Doki Doki, boys. We back. Well, I have to wait for Zalir. And I'm going to try to get as much recordings as I can done. Upload them, and then have enough room so I can do more recordings with Zalir. That's my plan for today. Okay, side stories. We have 4 of these. Oh, God.
Typically, 8. If you got the part 2s.
Yeah. We got a lot to do. Respect Part 1. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Though their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond with the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 of them find themselves suddenly interrupted by a clubroom door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi. I'm Natsuki. Please don't bully me. Sayori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri chefs her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You could sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori and protests for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone and then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows, sit by nearby. A sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. I started a literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I've always judged people so hard. Oh, no, you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh, yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills up the room. Oh, and that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea. And I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough. Or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monika's is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still. It's pretty chill here. Do you just, hang out, or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff, too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have, 3 members. So, we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with, some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club room. Wait, hold on a second. It sounds great. like after all I've been doing all this, Yuri returns to her desk with a tray of teacups, while she sits down at an empty desk. After all, the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, us don't understand the the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other literature you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on. Is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, like, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want to do with me. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Now, Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out. Basically said, I hope we never find out. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems to like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has, like, no actual interest in literature, you know? That's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of an obligation. Her tea is getting cold. Yeah, wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't just want to read manga, Sayori? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No. You're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I really am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sari stands up and walks over the door and opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sari giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them. Manga anxiously glances between Sari and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monica paces trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are vibrant with bright colors and cute looking artwork. You know, the top shelf's pretty empty. Maybe you can keep it up there? I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient. Yeah, but Monica sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon! Sayori spins into the clubroom. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this! Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. Found some money and got a cookie. Ooh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over the closet, the colorful shelves catches her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry to my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo! Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities, see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else? Well, maybe. Something tells me that. Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Although she just let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. Natsuki doesn't respect the club. Why should Monica have the yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but Natsuki cuts Monica off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica with a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For a second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone. I feel like it's wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like people should just join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence after a afraid or attentive conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can. Sorry. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh, well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling your confrontation with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convinced myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. Beside, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a completed issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features four girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean, assumed by the absurdity of the color, Monica opens the book.
What are you doing?
Alright, I guess next time, respect 2. Bye, guys. Stay crispy.